I, 32, ran into one of my childhood bully, and he apologized. It shook me more than I expected. Here's the twist, though. Life didn't exactly treat my old bullies kindly. I heard through friends that Chad and Andy got involved with gang stuff, drugs, fights, that whole world. They both ended up in jail. Derek never went to college, never held a steady job, just kind of floated through life. Honestly, I hadn't thought about any of them in years, but a few months ago I went back to my hometown to visit my parents. I was walking through the main street and I heard someone call my name. I turned around, and there was Derek. My stomach dropped. For a split second, I was 16 again, bracing for whatever cruel joke was about to come. But he just stood there, kind of awkward, and asked how I'd been. We talked for a few minutes, small talk mostly, and then he asked if I'd sit down with him for coffee. I hesitated. Every instinct screamed no. But for some reason I agreed. We sat down at this little cafe I used to walk by every day after school. And then Derek did something I never expected. He apologized. Not some half-assed sorry if you felt bad, but a real apology. He admitted to being cruel, admitted that he didn't know why he joined in, admitted that I didn't deserve any of it. He said he thought about it more than he liked to admit. And then he told me something that floored me. You were always the bigger man, Jacob. Even when we treated you like crap, you never let it turn you into someone bitter or cruel. I can't say the same for myself. I don't know how to explain it, but hearing that broke something open in me. For years I thought I had moved on. And I had, mostly. But part of me still carried that kid inside, the one who never got an explanation, never got closure. And suddenly, here it was, I told him I forgave him. The words came easier than I thought they would. We ended up talking for over an hour. He's trying to piece his life together now, says he's working odd jobs and staying out of trouble. I don't know where things will go for him, but I respect that he owned up to it. We even keep in touch now. Not close friends or anything, but we check in once in a while. Life's strange. I used to think the only way to win over my bullies was to prove them wrong, to succeed in spite of them. And while that's part of it, the real victory was realizing I didn't need their validation at all. I built a good life, not because of them, but because I refused to let them define me forever. If you're reading this and you're in the middle of that hell, or you were once that kid like me, it gets better. Maybe not overnight, and maybe not in the way you expect. But healing is possible, and sometimes forgiveness is the final piece of it.